Hey guys, Angry Rushman back again. This is going to be a kind of a short, boring video. Might be long, might be things. Just talking about my opinions of Flat Earth as of late, why I'm not making that many videos, and what I might do over the next short while. But in short, I think that I'm going to have to stop doing Flat Earth videos for a while. Personal issues, getting university work done and many other things, but it's just that the longer this flat earth crap is going on, the angrier I'm getting. Because all I'm seeing all over YouTube is the same old shit, time and time again. Jeranism acting like an arrogant, self-entitled ass who's always right and never wrong. Every time he's proven wrong, he doesn't, answer back. And every time he does, like, let's say, prove me wrong videos. Remember how many times he's done those? And how many times people have actually proved him wrong? And how many times has he actually admitted? That'll be none. And, his two-facedness when it comes to many things. He won't tell his other Flat Earth buddies his opinions on Christianity or religion, but during the Flat Earth conference he fucking blurted out all that crap about it's there to hide the maker and God, even though he doesn't even fucking believe in God. But all that kind of stuff. As funny as the other videos were that I was doing with about Subphotonic, the ginger guy with the glasses. The dude's a psychopath, and he's lost it. He's lost the fucking plot because he's now moved on to the fact that everything's now a hologram, and recently he took looked at photos that had lens flares on, and he was saying those lens flares are in holograms inserted into real life because we don't see those in real life, even though the bell end doesn't really seem to take into consideration is the lens of the camera, but no matter. He's also doing things where rock formations and islands look like faces or animals. He looks at satellite images. Funny that, isn't it? And looks at satellite images and claims that some of the land formations look like wings and birds and faces and eyes, because that apparently means something. And the guy's just lost the plot, so there's nothing really for me to go on, and he never ever replies to any sort of negative comments ever. At least Jeranism does in his limited capacity, and just everything. Like Pastor Ernest, the guy's a nut job that smokes cannabis far too much. You can smoke cannabis if you want, but that guy has Flat Earth, religion, and cannabis, and those three do not mix very well. And the guy fucking did a copyright strike on one of my fucking videos, so that's done at the moment, and I don't think I'm ever going to get that one back. But it's not worth going through the fucking system, and I'm not giving that guy my fucking contact details, email and phone number or whatever it requires to appeal. So I'm leaving that. He can just carry on as much as he can. And in my eyes, I think the Flat Earth conference got way too much publicity. I think Flat Earthers are loving it. They're spewing their crap. They say, oh, do research, even though their research is the worst type of research I've ever seen. They just cherry pick information from when they want, when and where they want it from, and damn to the truth and damn to the facts. I mean, they're we all know this. They are people that keep on asking questions that they don't even want to listen to the answer to. Which is why Neil deGrasse Tyson can't be bothered with them anymore. He's just done. They claim that Neil deGrasse Tyson's silence with Flat Earth recently is the fact that he knows he's wrong, but that's bullshit. It's because once, I think Neil deGrasse Tyson had this guy on a live chat or something, and he asked him, right, show me, if you can show me evidence, images and photographs of the lunar lander on the moon, I'll believe you. Right? So Neil deGrasse Tyson gave him all the images. The guy just turned on and said they're fake. Well, Neil was well, I can't help you then. And it's like what I always say. They ask NASA, oh, why don't you take a real image of Earth? Well, even if the ISS right this second took their camera, pointed it out the copula, or went into one of their porthole windows and took a snapshot of the outside, or took a snapshot of the Earth, they'll give the Flat Earthers will give us their favourite 3 letters. You know, CGI every single fucking time. It's like when I linked a flat earther to the Himawari satellite on page on Twitter, which you can, you know, that's 80,000 plus real images of the Earth, you know, single shot photos. And the bugger just basically went into Photoshop, played with a bit of contrast and a bit of exposure or whatever the fuck he did, turned it green somehow and claimed that that was evidence of the fact that that was full computer graphics. But, and there's no arguing with them. You know, and it's, again, it's like with the whole South Pole thing, you know, the whole place has been mapped whether they fucking like it or not. You know, tough shit. But they all claim that there's this wall that goes around us, blah, blah, blah. And you just can't reason with these people. You know, I might do a few videos now and then, do things, but in the long run, it's stopped becoming fun for me at the moment, and it's just pissing me off the more and more it goes on. And eventually, I'm probably just going to say something stupid and really embarrass myself and, you know, get fucking too angry and make myself look like an ass. And, you know, I can't be dealing with this at the moment. You know, I'm sorry, but it's the only other thing I could do is basically, you know, which I'm not going to be greedy or anything. What would anybody think if I set up a Patreon thing? I've only up 100 subscribers, so I'm not expecting anything. If I set up Patreon, I live on the coast. I'm a university student, mind you, so I have no money at all. Set up Patreon, and let's see if I can, you know, promise everybody that I make future content. And if I get a P900, I live very near a bay, and I live in coastal Wales, so many times I can go have some good trips to the beach, and using a P900 I can do some awesome photographs to compare and contrast with many of the ones that flat earthers seem to produce, and see if I can sort this out, and in my own time probably afford to buy myself a nice little simple telescope to take some pictures of some of the planets. So whatever you people feel about that, about Patreon and anything, I'm, you know, this is just a wild thing, see what anybody else thinks. You know, you're probably going to tell me, you know, go and bite yourself, you fucking greedy fuck. But that's fair enough. You know, it's just everything. Flat earthers have become the most... They've got this wall around them at the moment, and they feel like that they're invincible and they're always right. You know, they tell everybody to do research, but it's not just simple research they want people to do. They want people to do their research, watch their videos, and nothing else will do. It's like what Cool Had Logic said years ago. What flat earthers are not interested in the truth. What they're interested in is to be told that they're right, and nothing else will do. And that's what I'm getting from at the moment. You know, I've done a couple of mistakes in my videos, and you know, I've admitted that I'm wrong. In many cases. And you know, Slice Barcane at the moment is blowing stuff right out of the water at the moment with his recent video about photos, composites, and CGI. I'll leave a link on that department. It's a hell of a good video to watch. It completely shows the audacity of the flat earthers to use images that they know full well aren't what they say they are. You know, Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole now has come up with a video, well, probably a couple of weeks ago now, of one where, oh, they don't say it's an image, a photo anymore, they just say image. And he brings up an image of the Earth that he knows damn full well is a composite of several flyby scans by a low-orbiting satellite, but, you know, he's betting on the fact that most of his followers do not. And it's you know, people like this. I mean, Pastor Ernest has like 3,500 followers. Fuck, what are we doing wrong, guys? Honestly, what's gone wrong? Even though I probably like to imagine that I think a lot of Jeranism subscribers and possibly Pastor Ernest and Subvertonics, they're probably just subscribing to them for the lols. You know. Now I've got this thing up here now. You know, this thing you've all probably seen Jeranism use this. And it's the same old thing with me. Jeranism's mantra is essentially it doesn't make sense to him. You know, and that's all the evidence he needs. Jeranism on many occasions has looked at this and gone, oh, this is a complete mess, it doesn't make sense, so therefore wrong based on his confirmation bias. And then brings up the AE map, and unfortunately the AE map is broken on this, they've got rid of it, and then claims it makes all the sense in the world, but doesn't give any sort of fucking reasons. You know, I laugh it now, it's gone sad. It's not funny anymore, it's sad. When just using a camera, you can tell what the moon is. That it is definitely a solid object. You know, the moon phases follow exactly what the sun is doing. You know, and all this kind of thing. Even though Pastor Ernest likes to claim that moon phases are caused by the Earth casting a shadow, which no one's ever fucking said that. And he still pushes that around, no matter how many times anybody tells him otherwise. And you can just tell by looking at the moon what it is. It's definitely a solid object. It's not casting its own light, hence why there's shadows on the moon, and all this kind of thing, and craters and everything like that. It's a physical object. But so many flat earthers think that it's an illuminary, it's a bioluminescence, some guy fucking claimed it was, that it's a transformer from another fucking dimension, all this kind of bullcrap. You know, and I just can't, you know, and most of them just don't listen. I'm very happy, though, the small amount of subscribers that I've got at the moment. The small amount of subscribers. I'm very chuffed that you watch my videos. Some have got a fair bit nowadays. And whilst I'm on the subject, actually, what the hell's gone on with Flat Earth Asshole? Don't he even calls himself that anymore, does he? He calls himself Flat Earth Association or something. Where he's now literally hating on every single other Flat Earther. And now is claiming that he's debunked the AE map. Well, good for him, but where the fuck has this come from? You know, the ones where he's also like, you know, ring up the NASA hotline, you know, the NASA headquarters. But what you don't probably realise, when you ring up NASA, you're probably going through to a secretary who's got limited knowledge of what the hell's going on anyway. I mean, she can't know everything. You know, this guy with the steam-powered rocket that conveniently is cancelled. I don't know what the hell he was supposed to prove with that anyway. Probably claims that the government stopped him. Or, like, basically, if that guy blew up as he was travelling, probably they claimed that the fucking government shot him down anyway. You can't win. And there's so much shit going on with Flat Earthers at the moment. The guy that makes like money from selling, what was it, models of the Flat Earth, even though we know full well it doesn't fucking match up. There are a couple of videos that I've been thinking about doing with star trails and things, but it's the same old shit, and they're not going to listen. It doesn't matter how much evidence and proof you can throw in their face. Blah, 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 can't speak, sorry. They're not going to listen. Jeranism's mind is made up. Everybody's deep inside the rabbit hole's mind is made up. Morrigal's mind is made up. Bob from whatever his name from Globebusters' mind is made up. And that is that they're being lied to. You know? And you can't convince them otherwise. And it's sad. It's, you know, for me this was funny a while ago, but it's been like nearly a year or more. When did I start making videos? Probably a year or two. I can't remember. It's gone shot by so quickly. And my videos of, you know, you get some stupid ass people trying to comment that I have to eventually. I've only ever blocked one person on my YouTube page. That's because he was being so unfucking reasonable, going every time my channels act like a complete ass. You know. And at the moment I'm just going to leave this to the great entertainers and awesome video makers that they are as Coolhead Logic. I know it's annoying that we have to wait like many months for him to bring out a new video, but the guy's, you know, probably busy. He's got life, you know, as we all do. So I'm looking forward for his next installments of World of Batshit or Testing Flatards. I can't wait, because I do watch Testing Geocentrism quite often. It's very interesting. You learn a lot of stuff from that. you know, leaving it to Sly Sparkane and Cy Strike and the guys, and leaving it to Red's Rhetoric and many others. And, you know, see what you guys think. Just point me to any other flat earthers you've seen you think I can have a go at. Because, you know, many people have had a go at me that my videos, I don't have any proof. Even though my videos, I do state quite often that they're based on my own opinions, but they are opinions that are grounded in fact. They are grounded in reality. They are grounded off current, understandable knowledge that I can, you know, back up if need be. Unfortunately, my opinions are not as good or don't mean as much as flat earther opinions. That's all they ever have. Flat earthers have no proof. They have evidence, for sure, but it's not proof. Like that analogy I gave a while ago, is that I can write a cheque right now for £1 million to prove, to show evidence, right, that I'm a millionaire. But until that cheque gets cashed and the receiver gets the money, it's not proof that I'm a millionaire, if you know what I mean. So, if there's any other videos and channels out there that you think I can have a go at that aren't as batshit crazy as Subphotonic, that, you know, I've tried with D-Marble, but the guy is so far stuck up his own ass that he won't even listen to anybody anymore. You know, the guy, I don't know. I did think he was a nice dude, but the guy's such an arrogant fuck. You know, travelling around in that little fucking camper van of his, acting like a little creep. Showing everybody his afro and the fact he gets it braided and all that kind of shit. You know, life is busy. At the moment, I've got Christmas coming up. Money, work, university. Life is good. Life's not too bad. But I think, which is why I brought up the idea of Patreon to you. I won't be using any other services. I'm not going to do a Jeranism where there's like several different ways to pay your money. Where I'll set up a Patreon. If anybody here is interested, you know, give me 20p. You know, that'd be something. And I'm going to see that if I can afford in the future a decent camera. It doesn't even have to be a P900. It could be something similar. If I could afford getting a P900, I can see if I can do some really good future content. So some photos of some of the planets, like Saturn and Jupiter or something, some of the moon, and obviously because I live on the coast, some pictures of good ships going over the horizon. You know, and some land, take some pictures and evidence of what you can see from top of mountains, because it is very mountainous in Wales, and many other things besides. So I leave that, guys, up to you, and we'll see how it goes. So this is me done. I can ramble on for another couple of hours if you want me to, but I'm not sure you'd like that. It's a bit boring. But hey, that's me done for tonight. Hope to see you all again soon. If anybody thinks they have a couple of channels they can see that I can have a crack at debunking or showing my opposite opinions to, that'd be awesome. I might have a couple of videos coming out over the next day or two perhaps, when I got time. I got one thing, I think, on, which in my opinion debunks the whole thing anyway, is positions of the stars and the moon and the sun at the same time. So that'd be an interesting one to do. But okay, I'll see you all again, and good night.